and welcome back. Sorry I have been gone for a while, but I'm back. I know you're happy, you're ecstatic. So, today I wanted to talk about something that seemed to be puzzling to me. Seemed that my friends had a fear that I didn't even realize was out there. A fear in something that I didn't think you should even have a fear of. And I know you're wondering, what am I going to talk about? This is supposed to be finance related, but the fear is actually in investing. Yes, I know, surprising, but come to find out, it's not as shocking as you would seem. A lot of people actually have the fear of investing. Basically, it's mainly the fear of losing the money, the initial money that you work so hard that you put your time in to attain. And mind you, I totally understand that, and I agree. There should be a little fear. It's a healthy one, but don't let it control what you do with your money. Now, I say that to say, don't be afraid of investing. Investing is just a tool that you can use to increase the money you have, or increase your wealth, or increase whatever you deem as an investment or property. Or what should I say? It should be, don't be afraid of investing. It's a natural thing. You want things that you do to grow. You could say, even when you plant a seed, you're investing in that seed because you put it in the soil, you water it, it grows, it produces more than what you put in. That's basically what investing is. Now, I wanted to talk about the different areas of investing, not necessarily give financial advice on what to invest in, but the different ways you can invest so that hopefully it wouldn't be as scary to you. Now, most people, as they're raised, they are taught the simple way of investing, which is put it in a savings account. Now, mind you, if you are saving, the interest rate that you might get in the bank, it's fine and dandy, but it's not enough, I would say. Well, I guess depending on the amount you have in your savings accounts, but it usually isn't enough to actually increase the funds that you put in there so that you would be safe in the future. So what you would actually have to do is do other kinds of investing. And look at that. I am here to help you out to try to figure out different ways you can put your money to work. Not necessarily give you instructions on how to do it, but give you ideas on where you can go research and look things up. Now, when you talk about investing, I want to talk about the different types of investing. Now, I'm not going to go down the educational route of give you the financial terms and everything else, but I would like to give it to you in the way that I see it. So there are mainly two types of investing, I believe. One, of course, there is the passive, and then there's the active kind of investing. When I say passive, think of things such as savings accounts. So when you put your money in a savings account, it just accrues interest based on the bank's interest that they give you, and your money just grows. Whether minute, it grows, or bonds, or T-bills, from the government. Those kind of investing is more so on a passive, because you don't really do anything. You just put it in one place and then it grows. Now, the active kind of investing is the ones where, you either have to do some kind of work, and maybe you open a business, or you put investment into a company, things like that, where you're actively doing something to increase the initial money that you put into it. Those are the two main ones. Now, I will tell you what I've seen to understand is people tend to not be afraid of the one that is passive, of course, because you're not really doing much. It's almost a guarantee the interest that you're getting from it, because it's based on a contract or some form of a contract. The bank says, hey, if you open an account with me, you'll be getting so interest. That's pretty much it. You don't have to do anything for it. Just leave your money here for a certain period. Now, I would not say that's the best form of investing, but it is a start. It is a nice start for anybody that wants to just dip their toe in the investing water and see where things go. Now, I would like to give you different areas of investing that you can do. Now, of course, these are based on the stage you're in and the comfortability that you are in to make sure that you can do these things. I am not suggesting you just jump into deep end. Please do not. Try to get some kind of education on it. Now, there are different ways to invest. Of course, you got the savings account, you got the businesses. If you want to open a business to based on what you provide to increase your income, you have properties or such as rental properties that you can buy a property and rent out to get income. You can have short-term loans. There are actually companies that allow people to deposit money so that they can loan it to others and get certain interest back. You can look into that. You can also look into stocks and bonds. Now, those are the main kind of investments that people do. Now, one thing I want to tell you a secret about people that are termed professional investors. One thing that people sometimes might overlook or not even think about, but almost all investors, especially not the passive ones, don't necessarily fall into this realm, but most of the active investors that have their hand in trying to grow their wealth, there's a secret. Now, the secret is they can't tell the future. Anybody that is a very good investor is just a very good either guesser based on the information they can absorb and attain. Just think of it that way. They are very good in assuming or guessing how the future would be. They don't know. There is nobody that can tell the future. So that's first off. So I wanted to say that so that it would kind of calm your mind to realize that, yes, they're also human. They might get more things right than not because they have experience. But guess what? You can also get that experience as well. They are not aliens. They are not futuristic people that can see the future. No. They are simple human beings that happen to read certain information in a certain way and know certain things that allow them to make educated guesses. And no matter how you want to look at it, you can look at anything, stock market, you can look at real estate market. There is no human being, no investor, I would say, that has not taken an L or a loss for people that don't know what an L is, that has not taken an L in any kind of investing that they have done. So don't be too afraid thinking that, oh my gosh, if I invest now and I fail, I can't do it anymore. No. One thing you also have to understand that not all investments pan out. Not all of them. You are probably going to fail a couple times. That is just part of the trade. That is just how life is. Don't assume just because you say you're going to invest that you're automatically going to make money. No, you're not. Ask anybody that becomes a millionaire, billionaire, however much money they get. Ask them, what ventures did you do that you failed in? They would probably have a list of things that they tried that did not work out for them. But what they gained from that is knowing what not to do or what to do. Now, that's a good investor. Somebody that can learn from the mistakes and somebody that can learn from the successes. You have to make sure that no matter what happens to whatever you do, you don't waste that opportunity to learn something. Okay? So what I implore, what I hope that you would do based on this video is that you would try to invest. I don't care how small it is. Save the money and put it somewhere to try to grow it. Now, I'll probably try and focus on different areas of things that you can invest in and where you can put your money to start off that is probably better than a savings account. I will tell everybody a savings account is not a good area to do investment, but you should also have a savings account for emergencies and things that you might not have predicted. So if you have a savings account, yes, it is good because in case, let's say you have a house, your roof starts leaking, you need money to start to fix it. You need a savings account. A good place to have to keep that money for emergencies. But I would say that you need to all have I would honestly say from the day you are born, if if any parents are listening to this, from the day you were born, you should create an investment account for your child. Because if you do that, you give them the most important thing when it comes to investing, which is time. Everybody on this earth gets the same amount of time in a day, in a minute, in a second. So if you are able to give your child or somebody, whoever it is, more time, they are already ahead of everybody else. It is the same thing everybody's fighting for. Businesses are fighting for your time. That's why they want to hire you and have you only work for them. They're buying your time, also your mind, of course, but your time that you cannot get back. So if they are able to acquire your time and use it for their benefit, the more people they get to give them their time, the more money they can possibly make. And life goes on and on and on and on. But what I'm diverting to another topic. But what I implore you to do, don't be afraid of investing. The people doing investments are not rocket scientists. You know, the funny thing I've noticed, usually the people that are usually the smartest are not usually the richest. It just is what it is. Investors don't have to be the smartest. Sometimes you just have to be at the right place at the right time to make money. Sometimes you have to know what the heck is going on. Sometimes it's just dumb luck. But the funny thing is, if you never try to invest, you will never fall into any of those categories. So you have to try. Do not be afraid. If you are scared of risking a certain amount of money, then put the money you are willing to risk. That is always one of the biggest advice investors will give you. Don't put all your savings thinking you're going to make $1 million and then you lose everything. Put what you are willing to risk. So if you're willing to risk $100 on an investment, put the $100 in. If it pans out, great. That means you have 110 now. So now you put the 110 in. It gets to 120, great. Put the 120 in. It comes back down to 110. Hopefully you learn why you lost that extra $20 in that last investment and don't do it again. But yeah, this is just a service announcement, trying to help you, not punish you as much with my financial information, but try. Don't be scared. Try. Just invest. It's not rocket science. Learn what you want to invest in. Ask questions. Hit me up an email. I can give you any information that I know about, or hopefully try to point you in the right direction. But try. Don't just sit on your butt and do nothing, because nobody's going to give you free money. Or actually, they did do that in COVID. So, I guess it does happen every once in a while. But thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me. And please come back for more financial punishment. Talk to you guys later. Bye.